Please log in to access your profile.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here at the start of what should be a very fun let's play of the first game in the Mass Effect trilogy, which is like one of the most peak trilogies in the history of gaming, in my opinion. But yeah, so we're here at the start of Mass Effect 1. And this might be the only time in the entire series I actually talk before, like while I'm playing. Here, just because I'm recording it relatively far in advance in terms of like when it's actually going to come out. That there's I can't really talk about current events and stuff. It's gonna be behind and whatnot. So kind of go through here as I make this character here, kind of how I'm gonna make decisions and stuff, and personality-wise and stuff. So as you can see here, based on the first name, I have chosen here, kind of fitting this kind of the role-playing style here, kind of in terms of personality and actions and stuff, to Asterios from FGO. So it's gonna kind of, as we kind of go through things, I'll kind of explain more of what that means. But yeah, so it's going to be based on Asterios. Okay, we're male Shepard, obviously. Oh, there's a data corruption.
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile.
Alright, let's see, what do we got here?
Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so we got three options here. We got Spacer, which is both of your parents were Alliance military, travels by ships and stations, blah blah blah. You enlisted at the age of 18. Alright, what's this option? Colonists, you were born and raised in Mindor, a small border colony. 16 slavers, slaughtered your family and friends. Okay, that's interesting. When Earthborn, you were an orphan raised in the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. So I feel like the options, kind of thinking about the obviously Asterios' story, the myth of the Minotaur. I feel like these two, or Spacer definitely I think is out. That seems kind of bland, but these two seem more in touch. I also apologize. I don't know, when I was starting the recording, it looked like the screen was coming weird. So I don't apologize if the color and stuff is off for whatever reason. I'll probably look into that in between episodes, depending on how it actually looks when it comes out and the editing and stuff. But hopefully it's not too bad. But yes, Earthborn and Colonists seem like our best two options. So. Orphan raised in the streets. Escaped life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting in the military. Born and raised, you're 16. Slavers raided in the state. See, this one seems more. The colonist one I think I like more, because it's you're born and raised a place, and then someone kills your family and friends, and then you're kind of saved by someone else. So I kind of like that. I kind of like the vibe of that one. Kind of based on obviously Minotaur story is more you're slaughtered yourself by a hero who saves someone else. So it's kind of inverse to that, but it's also similar to the whole kind of FGO story where he's obviously in Okeanos, which we just finished not that long ago, which is why we're kind of doing this kind of Asterios based role-playing let's play here. But so it's kind of in FGO you save him from his own kind of labyrinth thing, and you kind of save him in the general sense. So I kind of like this one. I think we're gonna go with Colonist for the role-play. The pre-service history, kind of like that. So
Confirm psychological profile.
Ah, now this is gonna be interesting. All right, let's see what we got. Sole survivor during your service, mission you're on went horribly wrong. That's an interesting one. War hero, early your military career, facing only foes, risk your own life. Recognition. How fast we get the job done. Cold, calculating brutal rotation for resist efficiency makes your health. See, I think if we're going to lean more into the evil aspects, we're kind of leaning more into his FGO appearance. So it's kind of more I recognize that I kind of am a bad guy, but viewed as a bad guy, but kind of want to change and be better, kind of thing. So I think I think the Soul Survivor one kind of had the physical, psychological stresses that would have broken most people, being in the labyrinth kind of thing. And you survived, and you're kind of the only person left to kind of tell the tale about that, your past and yourself. So I kind of like the Soul Survivor. We're gonna go with that.
Confirm military specialization.
All right, now this is going. I don't know. I don't really think. Obviously, I don't think melee is really a thing in this game. So I have to think about this. How are we gonna play it? Because obviously, Asterios is more of a melee-focused kind of guy. So we're gonna have to think about these. We got what? Soldier, combat specialist, frontline, improved health, specialized all weapon types. Okay. Engineer, tech specialists. Nah, that doesn't really seem right. Adepts, biotic powers. Infiltrators. That's like sniper, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, sniper rifles and stuff. This is an interesting one. Because it's more about like helping allies, which kind of seems like a services thing is like helping allies. I feel like so this might be an interesting one. Short range though. Here, I think this makes more sense. Vanguard, they're biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take on opponents, especially deadly at short range. Pistols and shotguns, medium armor. I feel like this kind of, I think like Sentinel and Vanguard, I think seem to the two most appropriate because these like soldier, like these three are more like kind of like sneaky, kind of like I don't know, like weird, and then engineer is kind of like intelligence, and soldier is kind of the generic like kind of soldier. So I kind of medium armor, my light armor. Two armors don't really look that different, but because he's like more of like offensive based guy. So like the helping allies thing, I think kind of like, but I feel like the Vanguard seems like the more appropriate. Cause it's like getting up close and like destroying enemies to protect your allies kind of vibes. So we're gonna go with Vanguard. Because also we get biotics as well, which is fun. So we get some cool stuff like that, and then shotguns and stuff are always fun. So
confirm facial identification.
all right, let's see how much can we actually change here. Let's see how this works. Let me pull up a picture of Asterios from the wiki. Asterios. FGO. Pull up his picture. Stage 2 or 3, I guess, would make the most sense. Stage 2. Stage 3. Alright, so we got like, okay. Let's change this around. Cycle presets. So we've like recycled through them. Alright, let's go with the generic white guy, I guess, for now. Facial structure, skin tone, so that's that way. That's this way. I feel like it's kind of like tan, so I feel like that's kind of like, that's good. Complexion. I want like youthful, I think. Yeah, kind of like that. I like. Okay. Facial structure. I feel like, yeah, this one, I guess. Head. Neck thickness. Such like an interesting thing. You're like, go with thin. It's like a weird face size. Kind of like down the middle, I feel like. Yeah, like down the middle. Cheek width. Yeah, and I feel like down the middle. Cheekbones. Cheek gone. Nah, I feel like again down the middle. Ear size. I feel like we're just gonna go basically down the middle for all this, because like most of it's like this looks really weird IMO. Like in a like if you like go between ears orientation. Again down the middle. Eye shape. Let's go. Like nice and open like that. Eye height. Kinda the middle again. Eye width. Yo, down the middle again. Let's just go medium on both. Alright, I think that's like the middle. Like, yeah, that's the middle. Alright, and then, yeah, okay. Eye depth, what does that mean? Oh, like in or out? I feel like again, kind of just the middle. But, like, brow depth. Wow. Again, just gonna go the middle, I think, just because the middle seems to be like, kind of, you get like a generic looking dude. Trademark. Alright, iris color. Let's see, they got red. Let's see what they got. It's like gray, green, green's like another grayish one, blue, like orangey. That's definitely red. We got, oh, that's better. Okay. Yeah, that one's good. We're gonna go red, like that. Alright, that looks good. Is there a way to like rotate my dude? Jaw. I feel like down the middle, like that's fine. Chin width. Not very thick, I think. That looks better. Chin depth. Yeah, not really sticking out. I like that. Chin height. Yeah, okay, that looks better. I think that looks good. Mouth. What that mouth do though? I think that looks like generic. Mouth depth. Again, and down like the middle. Mouth width. Again, I think down the middle. Lip size. Make those suckers like, I think kind of on the smaller side. I like. Height. Again, I feel like the middle looks good. Okay, that looks good. Nose shape. What do we got? Kind of like that one. Alright, that looks good, I think. Nose depth. Again, I think the middle. Hair. Here we go. Okay, so we want like longer hair, I think. Let's see what we got. We got like bald. We got like bald. That's. Alright, so I think the longest we can get is like that, I feel like. Is there a way to like rotate him? Because I wish I could like rotate. Let's see. Beard? Definitely no facial hair. Okay. Yeah, I think. Is that like short on the sides, high on the top? Nah, it looks kind of weird. I think. That one, I guess. Brow. I feel like the short thing ones look fine. Hair color. I feel like the more white looking one, that's like that. Yeah, that one I think. Okay. Facial hair doesn't. Oh, it does matter. Okay. Like that. Alright. Scar. Here we go. Okay. Sorry this is taking forever, but it's like, I'm always very particular. I feel like when I make these kind of, I may do this. I feel like that one's not bad, because you got like ones a little bit all over the place. Yeah, I feel like this one, so you get like a bit of every. You got like one by the eyebrow, you got like one by the nose, one on the chin. So I feel like that's good. Finalize.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Yeah, alright, I think that's good, I think. I like that. We're gonna hit accept, I think. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so I guess basically, I think the game's gonna start. After I hit accept, so. Yeah, so basically kind of like in terms of how we're gonna RP this, like decisions kind of stuff. It's gonna be very like, if you like kind of are familiar with FGO, familiar with Sturgis as a character, it's kind of gonna be very, kind of interesting. Where it's gonna be like with those like who are like his like friends and like treat him as like human, quote unquote, like as a, as a good guy. He'll be able to protect them with like with his life and be very kind of like have a decent sense of justice in that kind of sense. Helping his friends and stuff, but like people who like go against his friends, try to hurt his friends, will be very ruthless. Like against, like if you try, they try to hurt his, like the crew, basically like obviously the crew members. If they try to like go against the crew members, try to hurt the crew members, it's gonna be like pretty ruthless. So I think it's gonna end up being kind of like a mixed bag kind of thing, like not renegade, not not I think kind of like more down the middle. But I guess we shall see based on kind of the type of decisions that end up available to us and stuff. But I guess that'll be interesting. I think kind of instead kind of. So it kind of get like a good mix of like Renegade and Paragon. I think though, like kind of a good mix of the two decision types as well. So you're obviously not gonna like lean fully into one or the other, but it's gonna be a kind of interesting. As I said, like for the third time, down the middle mix kind of thing. And then whichever character we end up romancing, I guess it's gonna be very loyal to them in particular, because obviously Sturgis and Uriel are like very tight, so that's kind of going to be a similar vibe thing. And in terms of the combat's going to be very much like rushing in, like headstrong, like without really a plan, just rushing in and try to like bip like the enemies that are trying to like attack our crewmates and stuff. But yeah, I think that might be it in terms of me for talking for this one. Might like hop in on certain decisions and stuff as well, but I think that'll be it for me talking. Let me just Control Alt M. Let me try that. Control.
Identification confirmed.
Well, what about Shepard? He grew up in the colonies.
He knows how tough life can be out there. His parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
You always expect the worst.
Well, bad feelings are an occupational hazard. But we don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so... what are we doing here?
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations. The Systems Alliance is an independent supranational government representing the interests of humanity as a whole. The Alliance is responsible for the governance and defense of all extrasolar colonies and stations. The Alliance grew out of the various national space programs as a matter of practicality. Sol's planets had been explored and exploited through piecemeal national efforts. The expense of colonizing entire new solar systems could not be met by any one country. With humans knowing that alien contact was inevitable, there was enough political will to jointly fund an international effort. Still, the alliance was often disregarded by those on Earth until the First Contact War. While the national governments dithered and bickered over who should lead the effort to liberate Shanxi, the Alliance fleet struck decisively. Post-war public approval gave the Alliance the credibility to establish its own parliament and become the galactic face of humanity.
We're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, sir, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Are you trying to scare me, Spectre?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the Commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
What's the payload, Captain?
A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard. Nihilus isn't just here for the beacon. He's also here to evaluate you.
What's going on, Captain?
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you're coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the authority to deal with threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council. For many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation. The Terminus systems are located on the far side of the Attican Traverse, beyond the space administered by the Citadel Council or claimed by the Human Systems Alliance. It is populated by a loose affiliation of minor species, united only in their refusal to acknowledge the political authority of the Council or adhere to the Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The Terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the Terminus invades the nearby Attican Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the Terminus systems could unify the disparate species against their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
Place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless. Oh God, what happened here?
should check on Jenkins. Ripped right through his shields. Never had a chance.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, sir. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Move out.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them. The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences in galactic society. The Geth possess a unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race. Geth space is located at the trailing end of the Perseus Arm, beyond the lawless Terminus systems. The Perseus Veil, an obscuring dark nebula of opaque gas and dust, lies between their space and the Terminus systems. Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench. This is the dig site. The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp. It's just on the top of this ridge, up the ramps.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is enough energy left in the shield's power cell. Armored hard suits are sealable to protect the wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies.
plans, Shepard. There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up. Oh god, they're still alive!
What did the Geth do to them? That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry. We'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
What else can you tell me about the attack?
It all happened so fast. 1 second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the Destroyers. Bringers of darkness. Heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down. You'll feel better once the medication kicks in.
Saren.
Nihilus.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing here?
The Council thought you could use some help on this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
You're okay now. Nobody's gonna hurt you.
Those things were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Tell me everything you remember about the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
I have to go.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
You have something to tell me, Cole?
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
This should help. Let's move out.
Good luck.
After the Geth secure a location, they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics. The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines. Some Alliance soldiers refer to the husk-generating spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic race would bother to drain the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us on the normal.
Something's moving, over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
I need to know how Nihilus died.
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
If you hadn't snuck off for that nap, you'd probably be dead just like all the others.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really want to think about it.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
touch me! Too dangerous!
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh. Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
I'll stand behind you and your reports, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the Wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.